Hello, and welcome to Dire Bear. It's Tuesday night, so of course that means we're playing Operation Aegis, our Lancer actual play. I'll be your storyteller for the evening, Jason, and with me as usual will be Carr playing Tiana, Jeremy playing Cortev, Rappy playing Melody, Eric playing Uriah, and Sarah playing Vika. Now, who remembers where we left off last time?
We landed on beach planet.
Beach continent.
We're being voluntold to go on beach continent. We're all under a lot of stress.
You've had several stressful missions.
We have.
We're fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
So yes. So the people are higher ranking than you have decided you will go have mandatory fun.
Specifically requested it.
Mm-hmm. Mandatory fun.
So you ventured. Well, crap! I've blanked on the name of the continent or the name of the. One moment. While the GM has to reboot.
Hold, please.
I had one of my Google Docs up, but not both of my Google Docs with these notes.
That is usually how it goes.
All right, Farlandon is the
What's it called?
It's the nation to the north.
Farlandon.
Farlendan. Or Farlandan.
Farlandon, got it.
Yeah, neutral nation to the north. Separated by a relatively shallow inland sea. But it kind of comes around and connects to the Shinar on one side and the League on the other. And they like to sell things to a lot of people. You, however, were sent to one of their resort towns. So it's on the coast. Lots of casinos. I want to say both smokes of the Mad Men, or excuse me, Mad Dogs. And Uriah, I think, were planning to get into a poker tournament.
Yeah.
Several of you went running around town, hitting all the little souvenir shops, touristy stuff. Though some of you had insisted on hitting bookstores.
I know.
Charlie Wayne was not hyped about that, though he wound up carrying more of the books.
That's his own fault. He came along.
True.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I think we ended with y'all more or less meeting back up.
Yep. I think we met up for dinner. I think it was. Dinner or lunch.
I think it was lunch.
Yeah, I think
it's
lunch.
We were all going to get food together.
Yep.
And I think as we eat at this space Chipotle, it's gonna look around and be like, you know, I've kind of guessed about most of your guys' deals, but maybe we should take this time to actually get to know each other. Can't have all been doom and gloom for all of us, right?
Vika, mid burrito bowl bite, eye narrowed. Did they have the psychiatrist put you up to this?
Cannot confirm or deny that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm not allowed to tell that to say that. It's like the
Plausible
cop thing.
deniability.
I'd have to say I'm a cop if I was a cop. I'm not a cop, but I'm just saying.
Tell you, but
Anyway,
I'd have to kill you.
I'll start. Like, what do you guys know about the Krikaran baronies?
Charlie Wayne's like, they like selling stuff.
Yes,
It's in
they
the
like
name.
selling stuff. Selling stuff, sometimes people. I am from a little space off, a little ways in their territory, called the Dawnline Shore. One of the planets over there. Very beautiful, but then again, I was also what they call, and he kind of looks around, make sure there's like there's no one who might like be some weird ambassador and be like, I found him.
Oh, shady shades.
Yeah.
Someone
Or
over in the
no-
corner
no-
with a trench coat and glasses and a hat.
Watching us.
Where I'm from, they call me ignoble.
That
Charlie
explains a lot.
Yeah.
Wayne's like glancing around like he's trying to see if anybody else also doesn't know what that means.
It means not noble, Charlie.
Oh, who the hell cares about that? Goes right back.
They
to you.
do.
Them.
Well, yeah, he's not living there anymore. Food.
Exactly. That's exactly why I left. Because it's gorgeous over there. It's beautiful where I'm from. But it doesn't mean a damn thing because I can never own any of it.
Oh, so you're like a peasant.
Yeah, a peasant. In a gilded cage.
Or a serf.
What?
Is there a difference?
Serfs are indentured.
Yeah.
There's a reason I know that answered.
Yeah.
But I was just a delivery driver for a while, and then said just, sometimes you just have that day where you're like nuts to this, and then left.
Leave, escape, one of the two.
I don't think anyone's on.
I became a space trucker and got the fuck out.
Smokes is like, yeah, that's how I joined Union. I mean, not the surf thing, but the.
There was a group from Harrison Armory who happened to be in the area, so kind of just took off with them.
Uriah just looks over at Vika and goes, 10-1 odds we're gonna deal with chasers.
I mean, wouldn't be the
We
weirdest
would
thing
have
we've
dealt with them
done.
already.
That you know of.
Charlie Wayne looks up. We haven't even started drinking yet. We're already to the chasers.
Different chasers, Charlie Wayne.
Oh, he goes back to his food. He got a smirk on his face like he knows what he knows what he was doing right then.
Never changed, Charlie.
Sometimes he's big and dumb. Sometimes he just plays big and dumb.
Speaker can respect that. Looking at Cortev, so you don't think anyone's coming for you? Or are you sure no one's coming for you?
Never really be sure, but I'm pretty sure no one was actively chasing me as I left. It wasn't like a hot exit.
Okay. Didn't like take anything on the way out.
No. Well, I didn't take anything. Something was foisted upon me, but that's different. I kind of give her like a very knowing look.
I'm not drunk enough for any of this.
Me? I'll just say that's me. So if any of the rest of you want to share.
Looks between Tiana and your eyes like, okay, are we flipping coins or throwing dice to see who goes next? Maldy, do you want to go?
What small plate that Ty has.
Vika's like sliding like food onto Tiana's plate like you eat like a damn bird. Oh, you go, Uriah. I'll fill in the gaps.
Is it everyone from the Mad Dogs here, or is it just Charlie?
Everybody except Slipstream or Brittany.
Okay,
She disappeared to do her own thing when y'all first got here.
respect.
Assassination job she has to take.
Yeah.
She didn't come back over the intercom. Just
Well, not sure what you really want me to say.
You were
Both are-
somewhere. You were
Oh.
from somewhere.
Yeah, doesn't really matter to most people who aren't in the know, but my sister and I are from a lovely little place called Opal.
Doc looks up when you say that.
Almost had her uncle's garage.
I've heard of Opal. I
Yeah.
assume you actually live in orbit around Opal?
Yes, we lived in orbit around Opal.
Okay.
I was a mechanic who specialized in spaceborne aviation as well as repair and maintenance of fighters and capital grade starships.
And
Okay,
I'm
sure.
being a royal pain in my ass.
Well, that hasn't changed.
Just sibling things.
Just kind of gives him a elbow to the side.
Yeah, well. How much do you know about SSC?
Mono?
Yes.
Not much.
Doc's like they're into transhumanism.
There's that.
Yes. After they got whapped over the nose with a newspaper by Raw the first time,
Doc's just mad as hell.
they got into eugenic cultivation of humanoid bloodlines.
At least they said eugenics in it. So it's not like they're hiding that.
Well, considering
Eh.
you can literally look at their website and go, we sell potential, not people. But bloodlines are very, very carefully cultivated. So, yeah.
Charlie Wayne slowly raises his hand.
Yes, Charlie, what is it?
You said humanoids. Are there any humanoids other than people? Or humans?
There used to be.
It's like, whoa. How do I not know about this?
Probably kept under wraps.
I mean,
Pretty good.
there were those kind of bug things that second com wiped out, but
Yeah, well,
they weren't humanoid. I mean, I'm not saying that makes it a less bad thing. I'm just saying not humanoid.
The thing is, the best way to think about it is anything that can strengthen the human genome is something they want.
Need a group of people to colonize a planet with rocky terrain and unhospitable areas. They've got a family tree for that.
Mm-hmm.
Need folks that are good with engineering and space. They got a family tree for that.
You saw what happened on the last mission. You saw how quickly I was able to maneuver through zero-G environment.
Yeah, that's just practice.
I mean, that's his life, though. Or that was his life.
Well, the thing is, Charlie, yes, it's practice. But now take that practice and have that added on to generations upon generations upon generations of the genetic code of a human being's bloodline being cultivated and crafted in order to be the best at that can possibly be done.
They're like the universe's weirdest, like, fish breeders.
Huh. So they're like breeding super people.
I get it.
Hence, he gestures over to his sister.
Yeah. She makes sense, but why'd they make you so short?
Because
Have you
EVA
seen how
suits.
fast he can go?
that and the treatments never took with me.
Oh,
They
so
did
you're like,
for her.
so
They
you're
never
like,
did for
you're like the runt of the litter.
Charlie, I will punch you.
Oh no, the runts are the ones that are adorable.
You're not helping your case here, Charlie.
If any of our instructors could have heard you say that, they would have laughed in your face.
Either way, we got out of there.
That's it. That's it.
Ty's
He's
putting
our
this during-
adorable little murder machine.
Ty's like, he's also really quick as she shovels whatever Vika's shoving onto her plate. It's like, stop it.
Half of a foot-long sandwich, a salad. Here's a cookie the size of your head.
She's just staring at a full plate now. Just like, I can't eat all this.
You're damn well gonna try.
Either way, that's kind of what our family was all about. We are made to survive in whatever climate we find ourselves in, and be exceptionally skilled with technology, both mechanical and on the digital front. After all, he gestures back over to Vika. She was, what, 0.2 points ahead of me when we graduated?
My handwriting was better.
I dotted my I's where you didn't in the paper.
Yeah. We were both valedictorian.
But we got out. We're here. This is more fun.
Yeah.
Agree. This is much more fun.
Diva asks, were they upset when you left? I mean, it sounds like they put a lot of effort into it. Or do they put that effort just to kind of into everybody?
Things happened.
He just goes like 1,000-yard stare for a second.
Like mortars going off in Uriah's head.
Things happened that resulted in us not having the potential that they wanted anymore. So words were exchanged, blows were exchanged, and here we are.
He's like, oh. She gets this kind of sorry
Yeah.
she asked expression on her face.
That's also
Yada,
why
yada, he started netting dinosaurs in the wilds.
That's also why a squadron of the Duskwing no longer exists too.
That's why you got that fancy arm.
Charlie said, it's a nice arm.
Yeah. It is nice. It certainly works anyway. It's almost a 1-for-1 for full motor control.
Smokes takes a cigar out. Not to ask a question that was asked earlier, but is there anybody we gonna deal with any chasers with you?
Vico, just harsh chuckle. Probably at some point.
There's no probably. It's going to be happening eventually.
Looks over with you telling him or am I telling him?
Hold on. And he reaches into his pocket, pulls out a little device, sets it down, turns it on. Right. Hope nobody wants to order anything for the near future because nobody can hear us now.
Dramatic.
Charlie perks up when you say that. He scans around until he finds somebody with their back to him. And then he just screams as loud as he can.
I just covers her ears.
Hey,
Because she's really
you!
sitting like right
The
next to
sound
him.
waves
The ugly
reverb back.
shorts!
Charlie, I will hit you if you do that.
Just testing. I'm going to make sure your gear worked.
It works. So, short version. The only reason we managed to get out is we were forced to sign a contract.
And I threatened to kill half of the medical squad.
And she did that.
Doc looks offended at the idea of killing medics.
Hey, they started it. To be fair, they were not obeying any oath.
No, okay.
Yeah, it was rather amusing when you shoved that one scalpel up his own rectum. But, or did I just dream that in a drug-induced haze?
I'll
Anyway.
let you. Anyway, yeah, I'll let you decide that later.
Like, hand in face, like I wouldn't put it past Vika, but oh my god.
Long story short, our contract stipulated that wheresoever we happened to go, if there was any planet that produced a strong enough genome to be of interest to SSC, we were to notify them so they can commence with corporate acquisition of the planetary governance.
Oh, they want more potential.
Yeah.
All the mad dogs get quiet. Esther speaks up. Does Union know about this little deal you've got?
They
Yep.
do now,
Okay.
because they really want this planet.
Don't worry, we're feeding them half-truths and mostly lies as much as we can.
But when they find out, because they will,
Oh, that's when they'll show up and we'll have to help you kick the teeth in. Okay.
Yes.
yeah.
Charlie seems to be down with this.
So there will we'll either have to be dealing with Duskwing squadrons, or they'll just show up with a fleet.
No, we could have been farmers.
Yeah, we could have been farmers, but here we are.
But hey, that's us. Somebody else go, because I just got myself depressed.
All right, let's pause for just a second. Patrick, are you with us?
Yes.
Okay.
Here.
All right, when did you pop in? Because I just now noticed.
I basically heard the backstory.
Okay. Did
Which
you hear?
one?
Did you hear Cortev's backstory before Vika and your eye?
No,
No.
Popped on right
Okay.
after Cortev's.
Okay. Basically, he's a serf from the trade baronies that ran away.
Gotcha.
There's more to it, but that's the gist of it. He doesn't think anybody's chasing him, but now he's put that idea in my head, so who knows?
Everybody's got a bounty.
Just call Harrison Armory for another favor, I guess.
No. We just murdered them.
What's your story, Fred?
Okay, so Freddy is there currently.
Yes. Y'all all
Yeah.
met back up for lunch, basically.
Okay.
We're at Space Chipotle.
Oh, Uriah, is your device still going, or did you turn it back off?
Oh, he turns it back off and
Oh.
then stores it away and then goes back to eating.
Charlie, don't yell anything.
Or do.
He's like, the machine's turned off. I don't have to check to see if it's, if it's off when it's off. I saw the little light go off.
Well, if
Looks
you
at
want
Vika
to
like
know,
you're being completely unreasonable. Sorry, Patrick, go ahead.
well, if you're looking for my backstory, unlike everybody else, I was actually born on a core world. I know I've sort of in this bunch kind of gotten the Union's main supporter, but there's an old saying I tend to go by, and that's to truly love something deep down, you gotta hate it just a little.
I hate
Now,
that.
well, Union,
And you
for
also
example.
love it.
Well, that's always been my issue with Union. On one hand, everything's on the core worlds, everything is actually as much as they want. But, and this is again why Whip kind of looks like Whip as he does, is because, well, my main criticism, it's excessively wasteful. For all of its advanced technology, it doesn't actually even try to think about using resources in a better way. Now, that's honestly, the trade baronies wouldn't have half the power they do unless they actually use the resources wisely.
Fire.
But that's part of the reason why I was actually just trancing around. I mean, that's the other side of Union that you don't tend to see that often is, well, the waste yards. It's just piles of stuff. Some of it's actually still usable. And that's actually how I ran into Whip. Literally just in a mech that was just walking around. And it actually didn't leave the scrapyard. It's like he just didn't understand why it was still there. Which if, and this is me actually asking, is Rabbit and what's
Rabbit and Coke are like sitting like across from her at the table. They're not eating or anything because
yeah,
The little drones are
digitally
sitting there,
eating.
but the holograms look like they're just sitting at the table.
Yeah.
And now they're
Nothing
looking
to
at
eat
Whip
there.
with like these big, like the almost puppy dog eyes. Like so sad somebody would have left an NHP just, in a junkyard like that.
and that's why I've been. And if you're wondering, yes, that's why he's always been, well,
Jacked
kind
up.
of afraid to come outside of himself. Because that's, for a long time, that's all he knew. After a bit, I ended up hopping around from core world to core world with Whip, and ultimately I saw much of the same thing. And if you're wondering, yes, the trade baronies were probably, even though a core world, my other issues stem from that as well. But that's part of the reason why I volunteered to actually go out into the diaspora. Because, well, because funny enough, my criticisms are less valid here because they kind of have to use their resources wisely. Yeah.
I need you to know, as you're bringing up the baronies and probably looking at me, I was like, I don't like the baronies. What do you?
Charlie Wayne's like, I'm from a core world too. Heck, I'm from Cradle. No tragic backstory though. It was just boring, so I joined Union.
You're, huh? What does it look like?
What was that?
What does it look like right now?
What, Cradle?
Yeah.
Man, it's the corest of core world. It's pretty nice. He can tell you all about the Smoky Mountains.
Cleaned up in other areas. Funny enough, in some places, you still got to worry about radiation, which is kind of funny.
Well, it's leftover from previous, I guess, historical ages. So everybody's looking around the table. All right, who wants to go next?
Ty is focusing on her food.
I'll start making up some weird backstory if you don't go.
It's like she's just like there's not much about me. I was born on a IPSN starbase. Mom died during childbirth. Father raised me. I was a mechanic. Lost my arm into a hydraulic door, slamming on it.
Ow.
Became
Yeah.
yeah. Became a medic afterwards, and started working on. She points to Rabbit. Before I
Rabbit.
became a lancer.
Cortev's like holding the arm that's like approximates.
Yeah, and
size,
it's not like, and her arm isn't like from here down. It's like from here down. So
Yeah,
she lost
no.
her whole arm.
He's
It's like
he's
it pinched it off his shoulder.
Yeah.
Ow.
And she just keeps going. She's like became a lancer, signed up to have this one, points at Koke, so that she didn't get tossed into a deletion ring. They considered her unstable. I still do, but she's mine.
I am perfectly stable. And then for a second, her face like glitches out.
Whatever you say, Koke. But that's me. Just you know the rest.
Yes. Okay, is just sitting there going, "No, I'm perfectly normal."
She hasn't like Rabbit's like eating like digital food, like like just regular food. Koke's just drinking coffee. So there's no food. It's just coffee.
You really check your caffeine intake.
Artificial caffeine.
Worse. It's worse than real caffeine. They put stuff in it.
We got eye narrows at her, but lets it slide. She's like, I don't know.
Several people at the table, or several of the mad dogs look over at Melody. So what's your story?
Just kind of born off of a independent colony. Both my parents were engineers. Kind of got into hacking. Really good at it. Got onto the Union's radar, and here I am.
It's the other story though. The one about the. I have an experience. Vika has an experience. I know you have an experience.
Charlie's like, yeah, you need to spice that story up, son.
No,
I mean,
I'm talking
before
as a
I
Lancer.
joined this group, I was with another group. Mission didn't go well, and what's his character's name again?
Huh?
What was Zuba's character's name again?
Audrey.
Audrey. Me and Audrey are the only two survivors out of that group.
Is that why they keep picking you two to go different places?
Yes.
They became the replacements or the fill-ins.
Yeah.
And you don't have any weird mech stories or yeah, you don't have any weird mech stories?
No.
Vika just gives Cortev the what gives?
Some people are just lucky, I guess. I saw that big bastard in the hangar before we left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Kind of want to try it out.
You just asked to try it out. They just don't like. You are now, the Horus distribution system.
Do you have like the Horus magazines come to you, like Horus R Us or some shit?
Horus Quarterly.
Kind of. I mean, they're good mechs.
They are. They're wonderful.
Yeah.
I just like y'all.
You'll get used to it.
I like Vika and Cortez sitting at the table freaking out about Horus, just sort of
just having the
gifting
best
things.
times.
And Melody's like, oh, I just sent them an email and they gave me a free trial or whatever.
It's that like I imagine
30-day.
It's that magazine that they have in the planes.
I just imagine like Melody sends Horace directly an email, but Cortev sends it to this one generic email that this poor guy is like, what is this guy talking about? But Horace is the only one that answers him.
Yep. Man.
It's like, well, this guy's spam.
Normalcy is maybe the weirdest thing that could happen with the Horus mech, though. To be fair,
Yeah.
that's really weird. Pointedly at Melody.
Does yours
Sorry, I don't
count?
have weird experiences with my mech.
It's like Melody's the one member of the team that just looks at Horace and says, "It's just another mech company. What's the big deal?"
Just pops it out of your other mech like a daisy.
I mean, do they look a little weird? Sure, but they're AI design. You got to expect quirks.
It's got like 4 fingers. You know. One eye's a little wonky.
So the Mad Dogs will
question.
run through and give you all their backstories. They're probably not terribly important.
I was gonna say, I'm curious about Smoke because there's a reason he smokes. Besides, it feels good.
Well, it feels good, and they cured cancer, so. That's
Yeah,
it. Charlie
just
Wayne basically told you he is. According to him, he was just bored on Cradle, so he joined it.
They had to become a Lancer pilot table at the high school.
You know,
As the captain of the
named it
football team.
after some of the local fauna in the Smoky Mountains, the Tennessee Wildman.
Hmm.
He has no idea what a
I would-
Tennessee is, but you know.
Ty would be curious as to how Diva got the call sign Flamingo. Because out of all the other ones, she's the only one that has like the most unique name. Like the others, she could kind of guess, but Flamingo.
Well, you know, the rest of her team just look at her. Just painted I painted my mech pink when I got it, and I couldn't come up with a call sign, so they came up with one for me.
Okay.
That sounds like something I did.
I mean, I like pink.
You know, as far as her backstory, you know.
I think my team would kill me if I painted the dog pink.
Okay, no, the dog would look adorable in
standing out.
pink.
Yeah, but it'd be
It's 3.
real
It's a
good moving
size
target.
3.
That would
It's
drive
already
me
standing
insane.
out.
It's true. That's true.
That would drive me insane.
Do it.
Come around a corner.
And if,
Beacon.
and if you're gonna do that, it better be glittery.
Because like we can figure this out. We're painting it pink when we're back.
Ty looks up and sees Cocaine like plotting. It's like, no.
You see Whip's little drone with a bedazzler for no particular reason.
Where did you know?
But other than that, you know, Diva had an overbearing father or an overprotective father, I should say. So her joining Union was just kind of, you know, getting away from him, or getting some distance of, you know, hundreds of light years, and just kind of making her own way. Nothing, you know, overly tragic there. But Doc grew up in a war zone. So it was a way to get off that world. That's also where his interest in medicine comes from. Brittany's not there, and nobody tells you anything about her.
It's off on the assassination mission.
Or the opium den, you don't know. It could go either way.
Either way.
I mean, her code name is Slipstream. There's a few ways you could take that.
She's going to the horse races. Got it.
We'll see her at the casino later.
The turtle cow races. Who will win the turtle cow tournament? Sorry.
And Smokes doesn't really volunteer any information.
He smokes.
It's one of my
Well.
one character trait. That and the gambling.
You have
Ah,
to have
well.
a gambler. You have to have at least one.
And that's what I'm doing tomorrow.
What was tonight?
Yeah, we are.
When is it?
I think it was supposed to be later than that.
Oh, yeah, that works too.
I mean, it probably goes into the wee hours of the morning.
More than most likely. Assuming nothing happens.
Allegedly, it goes into the wee hours of the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when Uriah brings that up and Smoke starts commenting on it, Charlie's like, "Oh, we should
I
all hit the
really-
casino tonight."
Really hate the Adobe thing. Ow.
Everything.
What
should have dark
happened?
mode.
Did you open Adobe and it's just like bright light?
Yeah. I was trying to. I was pulling up the PDF and. Ow.
Yep.
Ugh.
Everyone loves when a program flashbangs you. What do you mean?
Ay, ay.
So, is there? What are we? What time is this event at? Are we required to come and cheer? Or would that just be kind of awkward?
I was gonna go watch.
You can watch. The way it's set up, there's a
No.
large room. You can watch any of the players you want via monitors, or there's like a two-way mirror, or one-way mirror sort of set up.
Yeah, I was about to say how is that gonna work? Because Ty has two NHPs. That would be real good cheating.
They don't ban NHPs from the facility,
Yeah.
but they are not allowed to gamble.
Yeah.
At least not things like poker or blackjack or
Things like that.
I'm not sure how they'd feel about roulette.
Well, anything that's like dice too, anything that's essentially pure, unless you purposely alter the reality so it lands up top, then yeah.
And if an NHP is doing that, you've got bigger problems than them cheating at gambling.
Yeah.
Because that sucker has clearly become unshackled.
Not that right.
Oh, great. What god is this we're going to name himself after?
Oh no, it's the god of Yahtzee.
It's Pip, god of dice.
Mm-mm-mm.
Finally, he is a
All will
reality.
bow towards Boudreaux.
All right. So yeah, Charlie Wayne is like, yeah, we should all hit the casino tonight. I mean, I ain't got the patience for them long, drawn out card games, but slots and roulette are fun.
I have nothing planned.
Dee's
Apparently,
like, I like
according-
Pinko.
Apparently, according to the brochure, they have a pretty decent buffet.
Charlie's like,
You're
I'll
dragging.
be hungry by then.
Uriah just looks over. You're dragging Ty there, aren't you?
She is a bird.
Yes, she is a bird. You got that right. You're getting fed. Don't resist.
You're a baby bird.
Diva reaches over and squeezes Ty's shoulder. Remember, mandatory fun.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm having fun.
Here.
Here, take another bite.
Like giving Diva the glare. It's like
Hey, at least she didn't go, here comes the airplane.
she punches Vico with the metal arm.
Doesn't move, but gigantic shit-eating grin.
All right. So you've got the afternoon to do a little bit of whatever. Go out, go out to the beach and swim. The hotel you're in has got a swimming pool if you want to, not get in the actual water that critters are in.
Words.
As the evening starts to roll around, Slipstream shows back up.
Who's dead?
What? Don't know.
We were taking bets on if you were like on an assassination mission or just really tired of Charlie or just wandered off.
That's the one.
Yeah, 6 to 1, half does the other. Not the assassination thing, the other two options.
Oh. I mean, we could have him now.
I need my kit with me for the first one. And she walks to the elevator.
Yeah, it would be hard to hide a sniper rifle.
But then
Anyway.
she pauses. Though I guess Freddy could make me one with this little pack thing.
I don't like that idea, but yeah, he probably could.
Charlie Wayne hits the beach. In his banana hammock.
Banana hammock.
You just had to add that in there, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I want to make sure you've got the visual of what's going on.
I need less visual.
Well,
sure
if it gets much less, it's not going to be
Good night, folks.
decent at all.
Is it to scale?
You would.
I'll just say he doesn't seem to be embarrassed about anything. Let's just put it that way.
Is there a dress code for the casino?
Let's see. When you get up into the evening, yes. During the day, they're a little loose. I mean, Charlie would probably be pushing it, but at night, it's a little more be fully clothed sort of thing.
Charlie's the one who walks in with a suit, but the arms are ripped off.
That would be acceptable. His beachwear would not be.
I have a feeling his beachwear is not acceptable in many places. Yeah, he will at least put on nice slacks and a shirt. Try and look presentable. Very few excuses to dress up.
Yeah. Honestly, until the tournament, Uriah's probably just got a hold of whatever books that Vika got him, and has just been reading.
Oh, I also got you, and pulls out the giant turtle cow.
Mechanical hand just as he's reading, just reaches out, snatches it, and tucks it in.
This is an apology gift. Partial. I couldn't find a petting zoo. I didn't even check to see if they had a petting zoo. They probably have a petting zoo.
Just glances up at Vika, just really slowly.
What?
For her party, it will be the first time that everyone sees Ty in a sundress. She is normally in pants and, tank top, but she's in a sundress for the casino because she doesn't want to look too bad.
Yeah.
Cocktail.
Yeah, Uriah just you're forgiven.
About that time, Vika, your comm beeps.
Looks at the comm.
It's a set, asking if you've been to the beach yet.
I have been near it. I haven't spent a lot of time on it yet, but it is in the plans. Maybe tomorrow? Clickety clicking away on the keyboard.
Oh, yeah, I've never seen a beach.
I'll make sure to take a lot of pictures.
Sweet.
It's like having a fourth sibling,
Yeah.
except she's 30 feet tall and
Are
yeah,
you guys in the room just chilling around talking?
Yeah, pretty much.
probably
Okay. Ty's like, who's the third sibling?
you.
Right, just points right at her.
What?
You've been adopted. Stop
You've
resisting.
been forcefully adopted.
Mm.
I'm sorry you didn't read the paperwork. You saved one of our asses, so you are now family. Congratulations. Do not resist.
Why do you think I'm actually going gambling?
She just walks up to you and just wow.
Pat, pat, pat. Can ask her. I usually don't gamble.
Ty just goes and sits down.
Ty's gonna go have a pout.
She's
Your
like,
dress
"Are
looks nice.
Thank you.
When it gets closer to evening and closer to the tournament time, Cortev will actually have a nice little like tuxedo situation going. Right. This is what a union salary can get me.
We all look exceptionally dapper. Like gesturing to everyone.
Uriah kind of has like Italian grandpa look going from what I've seen.
God, with the hat and stuff.
No, but basically it's like
The patched elbows.
No, it's like well, yes, but it's like slacks, nice shoes, a button down top with like the first like 2 buttons open, and like a jacket over that.
Does he have the hat?
Yeah, just for flair, he's got the hat. He just sort of like
Trying to be a mafioso.
pretty much.
You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding.
Rabbit and Koke are done up to match Tiana. Freddy, what's Freddy wearing, and what is Whip doing anything before going to the?
Put a little bow tie on a whip.
No, actually, yes. Whip does have a bow tie. Freddy has like the classic sort of old school like white tails kind of tux on, but over which he also has overalls on too.
One amendment to Ty's and HPs. Koke is wearing a suit, and Rabbit is wearing a dress.
Okay, that's cool.
All right.
Y'all get downstairs. Smokes is in a suit. With one of those kind of string bow tie sort of setups, kind of old west style.
Bolo?
Mm-hmm.
Bolo tie, yes, that's what they're called. Thank you. But not wearing a hat or anything. The ladies are all in dresses of varying designs.
Mm-hmm.
So say Cortev has the bow tie on, but it's not tied. It's like loose, like hanging.
Doc is not
There's
wearing
not
a
that.
suit, but he's in like a nice button up and slacks. Charlie Wayne is in a suit.
Are the sleeves ripped?
They are not, but the entire
Darn.
suit's in camo.
That
Is
tracks.
Is the tie or bow tie hunter orange?
With a little deer head. Like a deer is peeking around the corner at you, sort of thing. From like one edge of it.
is that like the suit jacket and the pants, or is it the suit jacket, the undershirt, the tie, and the pants? The undershirt could be white with like hunter camo. That'd be fine. I want to know how much of a crime he's committing.
The slacks and the suit coat are in your typical black, brown, and green camo. The tie is bright orange, the little deer head.
Yep.
And the
shirt is denim.
No, the shirt. You know how you'll get Hawaiian shirts that have like palm trees and stuff? Yes. Well, this one's not bright colors, but it's like it's a regular forest scene kind of thing.
Okay.
I've seen this probably at Walmart.
I have stocked it at Walmart.
I just love the how much of a crime is he committing?
And then he's got.
I
the
probably
orange,
own one of these
style hat
button-ups. Thank you. I probably own one of these.
I can see it.
Yeah. Like he's also got the orange. He's got like an orange, ball cap style hat.
Yep.
That's definitely a look. Okay. Do you need help tying your tie situation there?
What they do with them? Never had to do one before.
Fancy damn knot done.
Oh, that does this look better. Fair enough. His hair is also down. It's like parted.
Now you look as fancy, probably more fancy than the significant look over at the camo abomination. You have not committed any crimes.
Smoke's like, yep.
I don't know.
We all look great. Well, most of us look great. And he takes out like a silver cigar case, opens it up, takes one out, snaps it shut, and then when he holds it up, the cigar case has got like a built-in lighter. Lights up. Let's go.
Won't that also light the... Never mind.
What's Melody wearing? I think we totally...
Oh, I meant to go to her after Freddy, and then I got distracted.
Totally forgot. It's fine. It's fine. Melody's actually wearing a suit.
I was gonna say, what would you wear at Vegas?
A suit.
Space Vegas.
Suit.
And Audrey's probably wearing a suit too.
Yeah, probably.
He doesn't strike me as intentional fashion crime type. All right, y'all make y'all's way to the casino. Yeah, you got 45 minutes, or maybe an hour before the card tournament starts. You walk in, you buy, chips basically that you can use at the cards, or you can feed them into the slots. Once you've spent a certain amount, then the buffet is open to you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The exception to that would be if you had a room in the hotel attached to this casino, then it's all included anyway. But, all right, so what is everybody doing as they wander into the casino?
Uriah's... He's gonna go to the slots.
Okay.
Just kind of get into the flow, as it were.
Charlie Wayne plops down a couple seats down from you.
Just roll D20. See how well I do, I guess. I know there's no skill tags I can apply to this unless, like, Uriah just hacks the machine as he's doing it, but that'd probably be bad.
It'd be bad if you got caught.
That's true.
That would definitely make the roll risky.
Oh, it would, but nah, he's just gonna take a few pulls.
So like I said, Charlie goes and gets a drink, and then he plops down a couple machines down from you.
Ty will get just enough credits to be able to get the buffet later, so Bika doesn't freak out. And then she will basically sit next to Uriah and just play slots.
Okay. Melody, what are you doing in the casino?
Going to probably also go play some slots.
Okay. Cortev?
You all are playing games of chance. I'm gonna play a game of skill. I'm not gonna hit the poker tournament. I'm gonna hit like side games.
Okay, so you're tracking down card games to play, but you're not getting like you're not a tournament.
I'm not getting any of the main action. I'm just getting into some side games.
Okay.
Like single table situations.
Smokes gets a drink and then he hits the blackjack tables. The rest of the mad dogs kind of spread out. Diva goes and finds her pinko.
Yeah.
Brittany, aka Slipstream. She seems to be hanging out over the bar. Actually, she's hanging out over there with Esther and Audrey.
Yeah.
What is Vika doing?
She's gonna sit at the slots, but not playing. She's doing a lot of people watching.
Okay.
She'll eventually probably play some slots or other game of chance kind of stuff, but a lot of people watching.
There's a lot of people around. There's a lot of people, but the casino's also big enough that it doesn't. There's a lot of people, but it doesn't feel crowded.
She'll occasionally snap a picture because she knows she will get asked.
But let's see. You've been there a few minutes. Vika. Your people watching. And somebody notices you noticing them. He smiles real big, kind of walks over to you.
You look at me. Sorry.
She's like, oh no.
Well, hello there. Can I get you a drink?
Gives him an up and down.
He's a decent looking guy.
You know what? I've got one. Thanks for the attempt.
Maybe later then.
He gives like a snort laugh once he's out of earshot.
And are you sitting close to Uriah?
Probably either beside Uriah or Tiana, depending on how folks are situated.
Okay. So when you shoot him down, he kind of cuts his eyes over at Uriah and back to you, and then to Uriah, and then gives a
my
shrug
brother.
like, hey, no accounting for taste.
It's my brother, dude. Ew.
Oh, all right. I didn't say nothing.
Muted.
Sorry, muted. If Vika is anywhere near, like Ty, where she can hear this, she just basically looks over at Vika and just waves. It's like, sweetheart, can you come over here for a second?
Sure, sweetie. Goes over, drapes her arm over Tiana.
The dude smiles, gives a thoughtful look, and then he goes on about his business.
Absolutely not, bro.
That's it. Let's say from where Uriah is at, just mentally is like, you don't want to even attempt to climb that tree.
Hi, under her breath. Just you're welcome.
Thank
under
you.
her breath.
I owe you.
Poor guy. He just wanted a muscle mommy.
In combat.
All right, so you're sitting there playing the slots, and you look and like Charlie Wayne is just feeding coins and or tokens into that thing as fast as he can.
Winning anything?
Not yet. It's all about how much you put into them.
Not wrong, but I don't like how you said that.
Statistically,
It's just gotta warm. I just gotta warm it up. That's all. It's gotta get warmed up to me.
yeah. I'm sure in that outfit it'll definitely warm up to you.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Had it custom made.
I'm sure you had to.
At that point, you're right. Pull it. Does he win like something big? Just like as soon as like Troy Lane goes, just gotta let it warm up to me. Meanwhile, Uriah just like casually jackpots or something.
Give me a roll. It'll be a difficult roll, so you need to hit a 20.
That's fine.
You want me to roll too? Because I'm playing the slots.
Sure. You can both do it.
Yeah. Would it be just like a 20 to get a jackpot? I assume.
So,
Yes.
do we get a
Okay.
difficulty as well?
So I assuming it's like above 10 determines like how well it is. If, like if you get a 20, you jackpot. If I'm understanding it.
Roll your dice and find out.
Yeah. It's a 20 for a jackpot
No, that's fair. I
on
just
this roll, because mostly for the timing. But
yeah,
hey, you'll win smaller amounts, you know.
No.
Nope.
Both bankrupt.
Both of you are sitting there going, "Oh, it'd be so funny if." Oh no.
Yeah.
Vico, seeing them like doing that, I'm just gonna roll just to see if she wins anything.
I would give her some coin unless she's bought in.
She
15.
bought some in to get the buffet too.
Okay.
You got a 15. That ain't bad.
So Vika does not win a jackpot. She wins a much smaller amount. You know.
Mhm.
At this point, probably more than she's put into the machine, but not more than Charlie Wayne's already put into the machine.
Passes
Or
the
put in
coins
his-
over to Tiana and Uriah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Cortev, you're over playing cards. Go ahead and give me a roll. This will be contested.
I like a good contested roll. I also found where I can change my core bonuses finally. Not that matters right now.
Woo!
Woo!
Or was I? Can I roll spot too? Because if I was actively counting cards.
Sure.
Cool.
Any kind of way y'all think y'all can finagle your tags into this sort of stuff, feel free to ask about it anyway.
Show off would be like fun, but there's no like show offy thing here unless I win. All right, I hit a 20. 15 plus 5.
Show off might work if you were trying to bluff.
Yeah, well, I'll keep that in mind for next one. But
Alright.
I got 20.
So yeah, you win several of the first few hands. The game's going your way. You're not winning every hand or anything, but the game is definitely going your way.
Any loss I get just means I get closer to winning the whole thing.
So you finish up one game. One of the guys gets up to leave. But somebody else, almost immediately, there's somebody else. Because you've got a few people standing around watching. One guy sits down. And out of the corner of your eye, you just notice, hey, he's dressed kind of fancy.
It's one of those things where I'm like collecting my coins and I'm getting ready to get up and I see this guy. I was like, okay. I'll make eye contact with him as I'm grabbing the rest of my coins. Like translate it. I assume somewhere here they have a way to like break down the one pieces into like, you know, whatever.
Oh yes. Or have probably a variety of when you get to a card game or something, they probably you probably hand over however many tokens and they break it down into smaller denominations. into more typical poker chip type things.
Yep. Perfect.
But as this guy sitting down, he just looks over there, having a good night, I see.
You know, good as I can be.
You recognize as soon as you hear his voice, you recognize the accent.
Ah.
And he clearly recognizes yours.
Ah.
Oh, you're from back home.
Yeah?
That took all of a few hours.
I sent him
Dude,
this
I already got the
yesterday.
guy's name written down. This was already going to happen.
I told
event was
him this
forecasted.
yesterday.
As I was just the timing of just like in game and when it popped in, it's like it took all of a few hours.
No one will ever find me. You know, nobody.
Well,
nobody
now, keep
from
in
home
mind,
knows I'm
weeks
here.
ago, I mentioned to you that the trade baronies were active on the planet.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just that the timing was funny. Is this is the first like trade barony person we've met, literally like in game maybe 2-3 hours after we find out that Cortev is from the trade barony. He's like, are we going to deal with anybody from there? Probably not. 2 hours later.
So real fancy dress. You can tell from some of the markings that he's tied to the House of Glass some kind of way, which is one of the major houses.
Yes.
But anyway, that's what he tells you you're from back home. What was that?
It's a House of Glass.
Yes, I am Lord Alice Korvac.
Lord Alice Korvac.
And Lord is less of a proper title and more of a generic something people at a certain level.
Yes.
You know, might be the son of a duke or a nephew of a duke or something, but he's in that kind of strata.
He grew up with money. But yes, I am having quite a good day. He Cortev immediately code switches.
Starts acting half fluty.
Kind of cracking his back somewhere.
Now, were you gathering your things to leave, or were you just pulling?
Oh
in
no, I was
winnings?
just pulling in my winnings.
Okay.
I do not have any distinctive markings from any house.
All right, so y'all start playing. Go ahead and give me another roll.
This time, seeing this guy here, like the inner turmoil against royals in Cortev's head is like, I need to beat this guy. So I will be showing off and bluffing and stuff, and having chewing the fat and bluffing and that kind of thing while we're going.
Cortev spending every single ounce of his being just saying, keep himself from screaming, "Ungratefuls forever!"
For Tyrannus, I got a 19.
He got a 16. So it goes back and forth. You're coming out a little bit ahead, but he knows what he's doing. And you realize bluffing doesn't always work on him because he doesn't really care that much if he loses.
He's having fun.
Yeah. He wants to win, but he really just wants to win to win. The money is not of anything of real importance. As far as the chit-chatting, you know, he's here doing some trade negotiations with one of the local governments. He doesn't tell you which one.
Sure.
He asks, where you're from back home.
I'll tell him. I'm from the Dawn Coast.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was about where, that was from where he was from. Y'all have, like I said, y'all have similar accents.
Real beautiful out there.
Oh, yes, it is. It's one of the most beautiful worlds. Really anywhere, probably, but
I have yet to find a place that matches it.
I mean, this planet has some, vast wilderness.
Have you been in them?
I've flown over them. He has been to some of the remote islands.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the strange creatures you can find on some of the remote islands on the other side. The islands that have never been connected to the mainland.
Are they large or just unique looking?
Just unique. Some of those islands are too small to really
They're,
to really house any of the true monsters that you have wandering around the mainland.
there are quite large ones on the mainland.
They are impressive. I'm just as glad we don't have anything like that back home.
Yeah, me too. You and me both. The stories when I return will be legendary.
How long have you been
How
gone?
massive this. Feel about a year or so. Well, give or take, relative time to get here and stuff.
Oh, it's been about a year from your point of view, at least.
Yes. Relatively speaking, it's been a year for me, but it's probably been significantly longer than that.
Yeah, it would be. It'd been. Well, see, most of the biggest chunk of the trip you made via Blinkgate.
Yeah.
Getting here.
That blink gate didn't get us all the way there.
No. It's probably been 2 or 3 years for everybody not traveling.
Yeah. Blink gates and stuff like that aside, it's been about a year.
Oh, in that case, you probably didn't leave too much before he did. Hit it out
Off
this
to
way.
see the sights as well.
Well, here for business, but I've had an urge to travel. The business is a good reason to do that.
It's always a good excuse. Are you traveling via spacecraft, or are you well, I guess the question is, you're obviously traveling via spacecraft. Are you traveling in good company, mixed company?
It's in one. I'm traveling in one of my houses ships.
Let's see.
It is mostly a trade deal, though we do have some troops that we've been loaning out. The way he says loaning, he means hire out.
Yeah. Sending the pawns to fight on his behalf.
But they're being paid, probably. It's not really his department, he assumes.
Someone looks at the books for him, and that's it.
Maybe we're just giving them room and board. I don't know.
And he says, "It's been and after a few more hands and some drinks and going, I was like, "Well, it's been a pleasure, Lord Corvus." Korvac.
Oh yes, delightful to speak to someone from home.
Almost makes me a little homesick. He goes to bow, and then he goes to think better of it and shake a hand.
He reaches out and shakes hands.
Yep.
Well, actually, hang on a second.
Like that like instinct to bow is there for Cortev, and then he's like, no. You're my equal here.
Give me a roll. Do you have anything for
whether or not this is like
speechcraft or maintaining your composure? This is to see if it clicks with him.
Catches me.
Yeah, that you may not be quite on on his level. Well, he obviously doesn't think you're quite on his level, but because he's relatively high up. But
do not have anything like that. No.
All right, then it's just a roll in your grit.
Yep.
Give yourself a. This is a people person, all about negotiations and stuff. So I'd say give yourself a disadvantage or a difficulty, just for his skill at dealing with people.
That fucking failed. 8 minus 2 plus 3, so 9.
It's like through all the conversation you were holding your own pretty good, and then that start to bow and catch yourself. And it's like you see his eyes narrow. And rather than shake your hand, he just gives you a nod. Have a good evening.
You as well.
Mr. I can't remember. Did you give him your name earlier?
No.
Then he asks you, Mr.
Duresu.
Dudeso.
It's like the tone has gotten flatter. I'll spell it out for you here.
It's probably not important. Wait,
It's not.
because I'm assuming it's just I'm assuming that's not Cortev's last name or anything.
No.
Okay. And he stays and keeps playing while you wander off.
Tev is in a worse mood, but he walks off. He walks off richer, but
He does. He does. You know, you did come out the best in the card in both card games. Freddie.
Yep.
What was it you said you and Whip were doing?
Well, you never asked, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped Melody the first time. I skipped Freddie this time.
Well, this is since we're not really going to the casino. Essentially, what would kind of be what you would kind of consider the magic show. We go to see that as Whip's always been kind of interested in that.
Okay. Now the casino has definitely got areas where they've got shows going on. You're just not in the casino part of the facility. So yeah, you had looked up a stage magic show. Whip is sitting there next to you. He's kind of leaned forward watching. And some of the stuff, sometimes he can pick out, because his eyes don't necessarily work like people's eyes do. So sometimes he can kind of pick out what the trick is. And then sometimes it's like he's amazed and baffled as to exactly what this guy's doing.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why he's fascinated by it. It's more the mechanics of the magic trick. It's like he's trying to figure out and like, wow, how'd they do that?
By the end of the campaign, Whip's going to be doing magic every chance he gets. Sometimes in his little robot body, and sometimes with a full-size neck. But the show eventually wraps up. Y'all are headed back out. Maybe getting dinner. Maybe getting about dinner time. Like maybe Freddie's starting to maybe think about that buffet.
All right.
But you're walking along, and suddenly, to your side, you hear somebody kind of go ah, and when you turn and look, Whip is holding the guy by the wrist. Is like got his wrist kind of twisted, lifted up, where the guy's kind of up on his tiptoes.
I spin back around. Now,
Get this thing off of me!
I have a question then.
Mm-hmm.
As I know Whip very well. What transpired?
Nothing. I just brushed against him. He went crazy. Is this thing unshackled? Crowd starting to form.
Will this be an investigate to see if I can kind of see if this man's... Did he...
Yeah, you can roll to... I'll let you roll to investigate to see if you think this guy's just BSing.
Let's go back to roll 20. I'll do that. All right, and...
Alright, so it looks like you got a 13.
Yes.
Yeah, this guy's trying to make enough of a scene that he's probably hoping that you'll be like embarrassed and not want people staring at you that maybe you'll make Whip let him go.
But, now, sir, I do kindly ask you, what truly transpired, and that's the other role.
Oh, well, and back behind you see a couple of security guys are heading over just to see what's going on. And while this guy's, while you're just giving this guy kind of the hard stare, he's getting nervous, and you see him kind of cut his eyes down towards the floor. And when you look where he's looking, you see this little device, we'll call it, laying on the floor. It's not very big. It's maybe the size of a credit card. A little bit thicker, but overall about the size of a credit card.
Pulls out a handkerchief and picks up the card.
When you pick it up, Whip starts beeping and whistling at you. He tried to, and you understand him, so he tells you he was trying to attach that to me.
Okay, and hack, fix, or invent, create. At least try to determine what this thing actually is.
Okay, give me a roll.
22.
22 is pretty good. It's definitely some kind of tracker. It might even be something to try to hack Whip's systems. For the body, anyway. Now, remind me, is Whip downloaded into this bot, or is it more of a...
It's more of a remote system in his case.
So, yeah, this thing got a tracker built into it, more than most likely. You kind of recognize what it is. There's a few different models of it. But definitely a tracker. Maybe some way to, basically hack the body away from Whip.
Ty is going to check both Koke and Rabbits.
You're not even...
Ty's not
y'all
there.
Y'all are not in the in the same
I'm just...
area. So the security guys come up. 2 security guys, probably more on the way. And they're trying to keep things quiet. There's a little bit of a crowd gathering. Gentlemen, what seems to be the problem? And looks at Whip. Sir, I'm going to need you to release the man.
Let him go.
And Whip does. The guy's like, this robot went crazy.
And then I produce the item and the handkerchief. This gentleman had attempted to attach this to my friend here.
That's not mine. That is not mine. I see. He reaches out. He takes the handkerchief, so he's not putting his fingers on it either. More security guys come up. If you'll all please step this way to the office, we will sort this out. And you notice the extra security guys that showed up, they're kind of forming up around the other guy. To you, Patrick, and to Whip, he's kind of like, I apologize for this inconvenience. We're just going to verify this is what I think it is. And check the cameras to see if we can get a better view of what actually happened.
Well, please keep us informed.
Well, they wanted you to come to the office with them.
Oh.
And once in the office, they play the video. They find the video of the area, and it's very obvious this guy was trying to attach it to Whip. It's got like a magnetic strip sort of thing, or a magnetic connector thing on it. Because Whip's got a very stereotypically robot body, so...
Yeah.
And they check, they do a little scan on the thing for fingerprints that matches up to the guy. They wind up calling law enforcement. Law enforcement shows up relatively quickly. The casinos are a big business in this town, so they keep police close by. And the police talking to you tells you, yeah, there's been there's some operators in the town that they'll try to basically hijack NHP's body for parts, sort of reprogram for their own uses. You know, think like a carjacking ring sort of thing. This one must have been particularly dumb to try that, in a casino, but. And they get your information,
Yeah.
If this guy tries to contest this in court, or if this guy decides to try to plead innocent when it goes on trial, they might need you to make a statement or something. I mean, they take a baseline statement here, but and realizing you're a tourist, they're like, as long as you're somewhere on the planet, we can teleconference you in. If you have to make an appearance at the trial.
And I just sort of look at this gentleman's like, I've just got the question that everybody asks someone of your disposition.
What's that?
Why? Now, I still rolled a 1, but I still made a 10.
Why does anybody do anything?
So you...
I need stuff. This is the way to get stuff. That's not the best union tech I've seen, but it's probably union tech.
You're not in the core worlds anymore. Just keep telling yourself that for all the issues, this kind of stuff will happen. And I just sort of turned to Whip. I'm sorry for some of your earliest excursions. This is what you've ended up having to see. You got little kids just being mean because they can, and this individual treating you the way they did.
He whistles and chirps. Well, it's okay. Most of the people he's talked to or been around today have been fine. And he always knew some people were a-holes.
Yep.
You're not sure if you've heard him use a-hole before.
I appreciate the candor. I appreciate the candor. But just remember language.
What? Charlie Wayne uses that all the time.
Charlie is most certainly, in terms of deeds, he's a very good man. In terms of vocabulary, there is work to be done.
More whistles and chirps. What are you talking about? He knows all kinds of words I don't know the meaning of.
Oh, dear.
Like Bastitch. What's a Bastitch?
Oh. Well, come with me, Whip. We're going to have a both enlightening conversation and a long explanation.
All right.
And you there, Jason?
Yeah. We're still.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And y'all are having this conversation as you're leaving the office.
Yeah.
You made what little official report you needed to. The police are marching this guy off. There's a representative of the hotel outside, or not hotel, of the whole casino hotel complex thing. That meets you outside. He apologizes. Their security usually tries to keep those kind of people out. He doesn't know how this guy slipped by. And he gives you like some complimentary tokens for the casino.
Here, please gamble more.
We'll gamble a little bit on us to make up for the difference. If you'd been an actual guest, they'd probably have comped you a night or something, but
And
But
I
yeah,
also
basically, you get tokens, and hey,
more.
hit the buffet if you want to.
And my friend here,
Well, he gets tokens too. Whip got his own set of tokens too. Can't do it. Buffets, I can't really. They don't really have a way to like feed an HP. So
well, I know you can't. I know they won't let you play any card games, but we can at least hit the roulette table. Also, let me tell you what roulette is. Here's how the rules, and me and Whip walk off.
okay. All right. So everybody that's been playing roulette all this time, or not roulette, slots all this time, who hasn't already rolled, give me a roll.
What do we roll for slots again?
It's just a D20 in your grit. Because unless you're actually going to try to hack the console some kind of way, there's nothing to really add to playing slots.
Okay, I got an 18.
Okay. That's not a big jackpot, but you wind up winning more than you put in for sure. Does Vika play anymore? Or does she go back to people watching?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Ty was just going to use up what chip she got originally, and then she's going to be done.
Also got an 18. Well, no, 18 with my grit would be 21.
21.
So you hit a jackpot.
Nice.
Woo.
You look over at Charlie Wayne just sitting there narrow-eyed at you. Congratulations.
I've been feeding the same coins to the same machines you have, buddy.
Should I roll for Charlie? I should roll for Charlie Wayne.
Poor Charlie Wayne.
So just shortly after you win your jackpot, he hits like the minimum win you can get and still actually win something.
As she grabs, I'm guessing it's tokens you cash out.
Yes.
As she's grabbing them into like a giant cup or something.
Yeah, you are
Pat
still in
his
the
shoulder on
process
the
of
way
scraping yours into the bucket they brought you. When he wins his like little 5 or 6. Pink.
Blink, blink.
She'll cash it out, and then at a later time, things will happen to it. She will snap a picture and send it to a set.
Just holding the bucket.
Just a picture of the bucket with coins.
Your response back is, "Ooh, are those doubloons? I heard of doubloons."
Kind of. I'll explain it more in depth when I get back.
Yar, Fiddledy Casino.
Melody.
Hmm?
Well, that was a good time. As soon as I said that, I saw you putting something in your mouth as soon as I said that.
How are you
It's like
enjoying
the
your meal?
waiter. You know, the waiter, like mid-drink, always comes up and asks, "Are you okay?"
Right?
So is Melody playing slots, or had she gone to play something else?
He'll probably keep playing slots.
Okay, give me a roll.
That's what she got the 18 on.
Yeah, but if I'm doing another roll.
Ah.
22.
Melody also manages to hit a jackpot at some point in the night. Charlie Wayne doesn't even look up this time. He's just... you still hear him say, "Congratulations." And then he gets up and changes machines because Clearly, the luck is focused over here. So
It's
he
the
needs
next
to-
machine.
He needs to go somewhere fresh. He goes
To
like the
see
next
him
row.
just start
He goes like
slowly-
the next row over.
Just slowly working his way down.
The
A little
hat
bit
is
after
now
he
turned
leaves,
backwards.
a little bit after he leaves, you hear a jackpot hit, and you hear like a little old lady, woohoo! And you
Is
just hear
that the
Charlie
machine
Wayne,
he just
"Son
left?"
of a-" No, it's like he moved somewhere else, and a lady next to him hit one.
Pats his shoulder.
I'm going to the buffet.
I'll give it
Okay,
another
good
shot.
idea.
I'll give it one more shot. Unless, like, my one shot was all the tokens that I got originally.
I think you've rolled twice total.
I've only rolled once.
I thought you rolled once to see if you could hit right after Charlie Wayne had made his big talk.
That was the only time.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Give me one more for Tiana then.
I'll go ahead and give it to Riot too.
$14. At least it did
Seems-
mediocre. This is
Uriah
boding very
lost
well
money.
for your poker game.
We'll see.
So yeah, Uriah hasn't done all that great with the slots.
Uriah and Charlie are just like,
I
same
just
hat, same hat.
I just assume tie breaks even. She's
Probably
like, one
probably
loss,
comes out a
one
little
win.
to the good. Probably comes out a little to the good.
Yeah.
You know,
She'll
nothing
stop while
drastic.
she's ahead.
Uh, uh, you all get over to the buffet. You see Audrey and Esther are already there. They've already gotten their food. They're sitting over to one side, chewing the fat while they eat. Brittany is nowhere to be seen.
Life of an assassin is rough.
Maybe she's secretly a vampire hunter.
That's it. That's how we cross over this game into other games. Space vampires.
I'll go rewatch Life Force just to get ready. Classic of 80s cinema. While y'all are getting y'all's food and sitting down, and Charlie has been much, as soon as he smelled the food, it's like his spirits were back. Oh, that's right. This is what I really come here for.
Just weren't winning because your blood sugar was low.
You might be onto something.
It's as good a reason as any.
I shouldn't have had the whiskey while I was doing that. I should have gotten a mojito or something sweet.
There you go. Get something with an umbrella.
Something with fruit juice in it, yeah. And a little while after y'all sit down, Smokes comes back. He gets his food plopped down next to y'all. How y'all been doing?
I'm doing all right.
Net loss, but not too terribly bad.
He was doing okay. He had him a nice little run, and then it finally busted.
Anyone seen the others? Make sure they didn't get kidnapped. That sounds like something that would happen to our group and this planet.
Yeah.
Looking around for the folks that were not playing roulette.
Lots.
Yeah, that's true. Most of them play slots. Let's see. If you look around, you'll see
Shots, I'm sorry.
you'll see Freddy and Whip over at the roulette table. From where you're sitting, it looks like Freddy is doing a lot of explaining to Whip while he's, while they're playing.
That's going to be interesting.
And figured everyone else is doing a gambling roll.
Oh yeah, give me a roll. See how you do on your roulette.
15.
Yeah, winning more than you lose. And Whip's picking up on the rules. He's kind of calculating the probabilities and what would be best and what's the best way to best way to maximize your profits. He comes up with this system of constantly betting on the same number but doubling how much you bet each time. He's not trying it. He's talking about mathematically how it should work, but how much money you'd have to start with to get it started.
Just need a little bit of money for a startup here. Need a Kickstarter.
I go fund my gambling addiction.
It's a GoFundMe for Atlantic City. I'll just be the one carrying the funds to them.
I'm going there with funds.
While you're sitting there eating, Doc and Diva come back in. They'd been out catching a show. So they swing back through with food. Tiana.
Mhm.
While you're, maybe getting seconds, maybe just going over to get some dessert, since I'm sure your new sibling
Vika will not let
insist
it
that you eat some dessert.
Yep.
They've
Yep.
got a soft serve machine with 25 different flavors of soft serve.
Even Charlie Wayne's getting in on it. Oh yeah. Try this. You need to eat more, make you big and strong, like me and Vika.
Mm.
You don't want to be little
I
and
just
puny
rolls
like
her-
Uriah.
She just rolls her eyes.
Yeah, but while you're off, fine, I'll go get some ice cream or some whatever.
Mm.
There is a couple sitting at one of the tables. That they're fretting over their little like tablet comm unit, whatever it is. And clearly it's not working. Clearly, the husband especially is getting frustrated with it.
Damn smartphones.
Like dumb phones.
This would be more like somebody's laptop, but yes, essentially.
Yeah.
And,
Do I hear what they're saying, or is it like, or what might be going wrong?
He's going into what something's wrong with it. He can't tell if it's not connecting right, if the program's just not working, if it's something wrong with it. It sounds like he clearly doesn't really have a clue what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And is getting frustrated that it's just not working. And
Ty doesn't know these people. She just drugs and continues on to dessert.
She doesn't care about passersby.
I mean, it's just like tech problems happen all the time.
Ty's like, please, no, I have to deal with this enough with my own people.
Yeah.
Actual car having flashbacks.
I'm on vacation.
Yeah, I know that feeling because when I was at the beach last weekend, I actually got called up because I was the only one who knew how to fix that.
Something work related or something or family?
Yeah, work related.
So this has been 15 years ago. I was still living at home. Maybe it was 16 years ago, because it was the day I started about house hunting. my dad got laid off from work, where he'd work, which the place was on the board. It just shut down. He knew it was coming eventually. But I'm eating lunch. He walks in. I'm like, well, that's not a good sign. He goes, nope, they finally let me go today. We talked for 15, 30 minutes, and then they called him up. Hey, can you come here and show so-and-so how to do this? Which, as part of his severance, they could call on him to help. And he's like, I'm not even upset because, the guy they dumped it on is technically a computer guy, but it was a completely different office. He goes, I would have a clue how to do what he does. He doesn't know how to do what I'm doing. It was a management decision. Well, we'll just let the one computer group do everything, and no concept of who knew how to do what.
It'll work fine.
And I think they over the next couple of months they wound up calling him a few more times. So yeah, Tiana. What was it? What dessert would Tiana have been going for?
Probably either like if they had like a cake of some kind, and then like probably some of the soft serve. Probably like a slice of cake and like just a bowl of soft serve. That's probably all she'd get.
Rabbit goes up there with you.
I assume Kokei's with the others.
Yeah, she's just sitting back at the table. Rabbit has an interest in food. It's purely intellectual.
Yeah.
But on the way back, she's talking about the fact that somebody really needs to invent something that would let an NHP taste.
That'd be a little. Well, I mean, I can look into it, but
Taste is how they unshackle.
Maybe some kind of artificial tongue.
The experience.
That would be kind of weird.
Sprite.
Because like you don't have like a physical body, Rabbit. So
have you ever paid attention to tongues? They're weird already.
Well, I mean, true, but like, could you imagine a little drone with a tongue?
It's like a muscle that's just attached at one end and it just flops around.
They come back to the table talking about this, and everyone's like, oh.
I both want to know and I don't want to know.
You're right. Just
yeah.
Ty, and like a sandwich is put on her plate, and he just keeps eating.
Well, Ty will mention, it's like it seems like there was a couple frustrated over there with something wrong with tech. Just like, I mean,
Rod just looks up at Vika.
What?
Goes back to eating.
You want me to go help them?
No, I was just checking to see if you were going to throw me at them or not.
They're on vacation. Okay, I'm going to go help them.
There it is. Dev walks by and just sees that and is like, all right.
Yeah. Ty's like, I do enough helping. It's time for someone else to do that.
You do enough helping, so you're foisting it upon somebody else. God.
No. Ty's like, I've done enough helping. Someone else's job now.
Ty's like, I'm on vacation. I also have this 3-pound slice of cake.
Yeah. It's like as big as her like fist.
Look, Ty has figured out how fate works around her. I can only help people when I'm hurting other people.
Exactly. And or healing. We're not going anywhere else in that spectrum.
In order to help these people with their tech problem, I'd have to take out some guy 3 tables over. It's just not worth it.
I can only give boons while I'm giving banes.
I mean, she did take a point in hack and fix.
The
But-
universe must be in balance.
All right, Vika, you walk up to the table.
Putting on her best non-threatening, even though she's 6'4". Something wrong?
That's the least threatening ogre I've ever seen.
Big tall woman in a suit with freshly done mohawk. Something wrong?
Yeah. Yes, the stupid things is not. And he looks up to where he would have been expecting your head to be. Pauses, and his head cocks back a little bit further. And there's that momentary surprise people sometimes get when they see how tall you are. And he, yes, yeah, I cannot figure out what this thing is doing.
All right, what's it not doing that you want it to do?
Well, I'm trying to use this program here. And he shows you the thing. Do you have hack fix?
Yes.
Give me a roll for hack fix.
$21.
So glad I didn't do it.
So you kind of lean down, when you offer, you're like, there is nothing wrong with this. It's whatever computer it's trying to interface with. Some kind of server. It's not, the server is not set up right.
Like he's trying to connect to a server while not being connected to the network kind of thing?
Something like that.
All right.
He's like, oh, so it's the one up. It's the big one up in our room. That's the problem. Oh, look, I realize
read
you're
a
on vacation.
situation.
Okay. Okay.
She's gonna read a situation just to see if there's anything kind of hinky, because it's weird they have a laptop down at the buffet.
Okay, roll.
$15.
All right. You're not sure why they've got this down here at the buffet. He seems stressed out. You get the impression that maybe he's on a timetable for whatever work he's doing.
She'll make conversation as she's trying to fix it. Bit of a weird place to bring a laptop on vacation, especially to a buffet.
Well, this is kind of a working vacation. We're trying to do a little bit of both. And I need this thing set up for work. I wasn't having any luck upstairs. Just gonna come down here and eat. And, just wound up ruining my lunch more than get anything useful done. You seem to be pretty good with computers.
Passable.
I hate to say this because I realize you must be on vacation. Could I hire you to come up and fix the actual problem, the main?
I mean, like I said, I'm passable at it. I'll see if I can do anything, but I don't make any promises.
If you would just try, I would appreciate. I'd pay you for your time regardless.
I'll give it a shot.
If you want to follow me up there,
Am I watching this happen?
you see that Vika's over there fiddling with their computer and talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna send just a note to at least Uriah. Be like, if I'm not back in 20 minutes, come find me. And maybe not commit war crimes, but make sure I have all my kidneys.
She gets a message back. So end the bloodline. Got it.
But so anyway, he's like, "Oh yeah, you can just follow me up to the room." And as he sit up, the wife kind of puts her hands on his shoulder. "Why don't you sit here and relax and eat? I'll carry her up there." Guy kind of looks at her funny. She's like, leans over and whispers in his ear, "Strange man, follow me up to the room." Oh, yeah, baby, she can show you the server.
Don't worry. She points back to the entire like group of people
Who
They
are all kind of
would've-
doing this little number.
They would have come up and found me if I didn't contact them in 20 minutes.
I'll say, just for hilarity's sake, there'll be a small message that popped up on the thing and said, "And if she wasn't there, I'd end your bloodline." And then it deletes itself.
Anyway,
Guys like-
computer.
Yeah, well, I guess he'll keep this one down here since you're going upstairs to deal with the big one. She's like, "Oh, please follow me. We've got a room here in the building."
She'll follow and just make light conversation. What kind of job you working on that you have to have such a time crunch that you're working on it on vacation?
Well, this should probably have just been a business trip. We were just trying to squeeze a little fun into it, and we may have overdone the fun yesterday and not got enough of the work done. I mean, we'd have probably been fine if we had not run into this problem. As y'all walk into the elevator. The guy downstairs is, he's still, he's gone back to eating his food and he's just, keeping an eye on his computer and glancing back over towards that group over there that he knows one of them must have sent that little.
Just
that
picture
message.
Uriah with a knife. Just might be cutting a steak. Might be like plotting murder.
No, yeah,
He's under his breath. He's like, "Jesus, people, chill, God."
He's just casually cutting into some food and eating it. It might be a little bloody because medium well, not medium well, medium rare. He's just
biting it, a little bit of it's running down his chin.
Yeah.
All right.
So to be fair, this guy does not look like somebody that would have been a physical threat to Vico.
Yeah.
But the lady introduced herself as Mallory.
Takes a note of that.
And you said, it's real nice of you to do this. Hopefully, as quick as you figured that out on the mobile, hopefully this won't take you too long.
We'll see if I get lucky again. If not, I'll calm a friend or something.
So you get upstairs, and they've got a little. It's picture something like a large, tower PC. Which for this setting means it's probably a pretty powerful little something.
Mika's still just like, why? Why are you bringing? She's helping, but she's also looking for clues of what they're with and all that.
Yeah. So you go in, she turns on the, she gets everything turned on her, the little, probably holographic projector that does the screen.
Windows 23. Okay, I know the system.
Yeah, it's Windows 23. They swear this is the last version of Windows delivered to. It'll just be updates to it from here on out.
Yeah.
And then 2 years later, Windows 25.
It's a subscription-based model.
NHP built into everyone.
Hate that. What happened? My computer cascaded last night.
Oh, you should have used Linux.
Yeah.
Very stable.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. She'll listen to what the lady's describing and try to see if she gets lucky again.
All right, give me a hack fix.
No.
Oh no.
She was too busy trying to figure out what was going on. She's like, I don't think I've. Let me just. And she's like texting. She has Tiana and Uriah. She has the whole group on a group chat. Like, I think I might have made it worse.
Good.
Uriah sends a message back. All right, let me take a look at it.
How?
You still got your tablet thing, right? Plug in.
She's just like, I guess plugs in whatever Uriah would need to access remotely.
Okay. You're right. Give me a hack fix.
Would mechanic pop in for this?
Only if you were having to physically repair like a damaged, like if the hardware was damaged, mechanic would factor in.
Okay, fair enough. 18.
Okay. So you go in there and you figure out, okay, this is what's messed up. This here, whatever software this is, it's like it may be maybe like a beta level. Like this is not a software suite that's like for sale. But you figure out more or less what it's supposed to do, and why it's not interfacing with the guy's mobile unit like it's supposed to. And it has to do with like the frequency that they communicate on.
Oh, okay.
The main piece of equipment and the mobile communicate on kind of a different frequency than a lot of your typical computer systems do. You know, think of it as like a different frequency than what normal Wi-Fi uses.
They're on 5 gigahertz. The other thing is on 2.4.
You know, it's that, and you know the software looks like it's in an early release state, so maybe not quite as stable. But you think you've got it working.
Basically, a message will pop up. It's like, so you're working with a prototype or a beta piece of software?
If that pops, you popping that up where Mallory would be able to see it.
Yeah.
Okay. She's like, yeah, it's a custom piece of software. I don't really know who made it. You know. I mean, it was somebody at the company. It was somebody my employer's hired. It was supposed to just work, but you know how that goes.
Everything is supposed to just work till it don't.
Uriah now going, do I download a copy of it or not? The next message old message will delete next one as well. It's like, well, it's incredibly unstable.
Vika, you hear Mallory go, oh, great.
Furthermore, the frequency that this particular piece of technology and the portable piece of technology that it goes like husband / significant other / question marks has downstairs, they aren't compatible with each other.
Well, now what you saw was they were supposed to be communicating on that different frequency, but yeah, it wasn't set up quite right. I think like a driver problem, sort of
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like they're not compatible with each other. They're not communicating.
Well, they weren't. You got them. You got them working.
Yeah. Yeah. Followed by, give me 1 second here, and then screen black code starts flying.
And copy downloaded.
And then
Uh,
reboot. Like should be good.
All right. Did you download a copy of it?
If he sends something to Vika, she'll try and distract the lady.
The only message Vika will get on her personal thing is Y or N.
Why not? And she'll just start talking to the lady. So, I mean, what do you guys do exactly?
In that case, yeah.
All right, give
Like
me
I
a
said, it's
roll.
just really weird to be.
Do you have something to help you read a situation?
Yep, read
Yeah.
a situation. Yep.
All right. Give yourself 1 difficulty on this, and then give me a roll.
And then I'll roll a d6.
Okay. So 21 minus whatever you roll on the d6.
1.
A 3.
Not bad. 18.
All right. So not a crit, but not far from it.
I mean, we got sent here by our job, just told to relax, but
They work in cybersecurity.
oh,
You know,
immediate concern.
You know, sent out to test this stuff. You know, for the casino. There's a whole lot of her talking around without really getting into what the job was about, and it starts to sound like she's not going to answer that question, but she doesn't want you to like think about the fact that she's not answering that question.
Given the runaround.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
oh,
it's
nod,
very much
nod.
so.
Interesting, interesting. I'm getting nothing. Well, once it
now
boots back up, you should probably have it fixed. I mean, I'm pretty good with computers.
Now, Uriah, do you have like a tablet out doing this, or is this just all?
He does have a what is the shorthand for it?
Data plating?
SES, Subjectivity Enhancement Suite. So he can. It's just mental for him.
Okay. So nobody else sitting at the table can see what you're seeing.
No.
Uriah is just staring into the space.
That's just Uriah.
He probably is like finished eating. He just leans back, just sort of like.
Ty holds up about this much cake. It's like, you want it?
Yeah, sure.
I did not give it to you. You're not allowed to tell your sister.
Yeah, fine. Eats what's left of the cake.
So up there in the room, Vika, Mallory, you know, gets on her calms down to the husband, probably, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, they're talking about being on a trip together, so yeah, maybe.
Partner, associate.
Assistant to a greater crime.
Something like that.
Lackey.
You know, basically, you know, ask him, hey, is it working now? Okay, let me try that. She kind of eases next to Vika and starts tapping a few things.
She'll step back.
Okay, yeah, it seems to be interfacing fine now. Yep, we're connected to the system. If you could give me another read the situation.
She'll be kind of like looking over the shoulder too.
Okay.
Why do I feel like we're witnessing someone trying to pull off Ocean's 11? It's like it's only Ocean's 2.
Yeah,
Yep.
that wouldn't surprise
You are
me.
aiding and abetting a crime.
Oh, we're cybersecurity. I have no idea how to connect this laptop to this tablet.
Yeah.
She was a little suspicious at that. Like, are you
So,
sure you are?
that experimental software, definitely some kind of hacking suite.
Yep.
Uh,
Your ride's got a wormhole.
it looks like they're using that different frequency to go from this one down to the one that is down in the casino
Mhm.
on a different frequency, so maybe it won't be noticed. It's like the one down there is acting as a hub, giving this thing access down there without the other systems down there noticing. So it's like this thing won't be appearing on the network. It'll just be, oh, it's just a tab. It's just a patron's tablet.
So, question.
Mhm.
Since I was given access to said system to fix it, to have everything, connect, do I need to make another roll to sort of see what's
It-
going on now?
Or break it.
Because I was given, remote access, basically.
Well, that was through Vika's system.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fair.
she would have probably pulled it.
When
when
she
it
got up and
started.
backed up, her thing would have, wouldn't be
Unplugged.
physically.
The
connected.
Bluetooth disconnection.
No, that's fair. That's fair. So I would have had to do something before.
Right.
She
Or
got
you'd have to be
unplugged.
sitting there and like carefully studying the app to figure out what it does.
Mm.
Well, looks like it's working for you. Glad y'all can finish whatever it is y'all are doing.
I'm gonna give her a roll to read a situation.
And now I'm going to have to kill you.
just to see if she if she recognizes that something that your mannerisms have changed somewhat.
Vika uses punch. It's super effective.
Yeah.
Vika does got like a +6 to apply fist to face, is all I'm saying.
And she got a 20.
Fair.
Let's go.
Vika just punching out grandma. It's fine.
Not,
Mallory is not an old woman.
Oh, okay.
these hands are rated E for everyone, though.
Just because they're having tech issues does not mean they're boomers.
So, quick question.
Mhm.
So before Vika disconnected, could I have installed a backdoor into their system?
You said nothing about that.
Okay.
You download a copy, though, so
You're
you at
just
least have a
coming up
copy.
with you're just coming up
Okay.
with it now because suspicious stuff is going on.
No, that's fair.
All y'all see down there is, the guy that had gone back to eating his food, occasionally giving Uriah or giving y'all nervous glances because of threatening messages.
Mhm.
His little tablet or whatever beeps, and he sets the food down. And he seems to be working now.
Mm. Fair enough.
So anyway, yeah, Mallory tells you it looks like you've got it working. Hang on, let me get you. Let me get you your. Let me pay you.
Reading a situation, she's keeping an eye to make sure this lady's not going for anything.
For a gun or something.
Yeah, it's dueling like Old West stuff here. Like
Fisticuffs.
15, just keeping an eye, making sure she's not
Okay.
reaching for
She
anything.
walks over to basically her pocketbook that's sitting out. It doesn't look like it'd be big enough to have a gun hidden in it or anything.
I don't reach.
Gun that'll affect you.
It's a taser. Zzz.
Tranquilizer dart.
Pulls out a very small lancer, just throws it at her. It's a baby Baylor.
With Horace, you never know.
Mm-hmm.
Where's your Baylor? It's in this small round ball.
If they got to be size
Baylor,
2.
go. Baylor, I
Requires
choose
that
you.
much energy. No. Pikachu Baylor.
But
Pika. Oh God, nanites.
Pikachu
Anyway.
used Grey Goo. It's super effective.
Pikachu chewing on you.
Okay.
But no, she just
Good
gets
night,
the money
folks.
out, walks over, and hands it to you.
This kind of
She's
gives a
like,
little.
it's in the local currency. That's all we've got on us.
That's fine. She gives her back half because she's gonna feel bad when she goes and tells us security.
Oh no,
Not a
you
big-
you've earned it all. I mean, we disturbed you on your vacation.
I'll take it under duress and give it to somebody looking like
Give
they're
it
having
to
some
Tiana.
trouble. Yeah, honestly, that's probably what's gonna happen. Gives a little nod. Hope you all managed to get this finished.
Oh, he should be doing fine down there now. And she walks over to the door.
Fantastic.
Well, anyway, thanks again. You have a good evening.
You too.
When she opens the door, there's a man standing there with a gun pointed at you in the hallway.
There it is.
At the same time, the bathroom door in the room opens and another man steps out.
There it is.
She makes a little gesture. The guy in the hallway steps inside. Mallory closed the door. I'm sorry about this. Here's how
No,
this is
you're
going to work.
not.
No, I really would have preferred you just fix it and gone on about your business. But clearly you noticed something. So I'm going to need you to sit here. And they kind of usher you back, the guys with the guns are professional enough. They're not getting within arm's reach of you.
How considerate of them and wise.
She just got that reach like a spider monkey.
But we're not here to hurt anybody. Obviously, she gotta eyes your arms. Obviously, if you started hurting us, that would change. We're just doing a job. This is just money from the casino. We'll need about 20 minutes. Your friends are gonna come looking for you. You see her type a little message out to her husband. Try and get it done in 15.
Step it up. We're on a time crunch now.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Your twin senses tingling. You have 10.
But she's like, this should take about 20. Hopefully 15. 15 or 20 minutes. She walks back over to her bag, pulls out a taser. When we're done, and she shows you it's a standard taser. She shows you the settings. This will knock you out for maybe 20 minutes extra while we get away. It would be in your best interest to just get them going about your business at that point. Since if we got caught, you'd be implicated in helping us.
Vika, like I have never done anything in my best interest in my entire life.
So let's
Just
just all sit down and stay calm. Well, not you two. Points to the guys again. You stay just like you are. Did everybody just jump around on the screen? What's going on here?
Yep.
Did we lose somebody?
No, he's probably got a little gremlin.
I think he disconnected though.
I think we lost a Patrick.
No,
Patrick wasn't in the Zoom. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We never had him.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, with some of y'all, let's see if I can figure this out. With some of y'all, when you go to
Turn off the video.
yeah, when you turn off the video, it moves you, and then some of you it doesn't. Like a lot of times when Patrick does it, it moves everybody around. But like when Carr does it, it rarely does. Might be because he's at the bottom of the stack anyway. But okay, I think I got everybody up back where they're supposed to be now. All right, so what is Vika doing?
Came back. The gremlin cruised through.
How closely are the two guys watching her?
Very.
Like just
They look
very.
professional. The guy that stepped into the door that had been out in the hallway, the door is shut now and he's leaning against it. The guy that came out of the bathroom, he's kind of at an angle, so they've got you at angles where they don't have to worry about shooting each other.
That's convenient.
And Mallory is also like staying out of their line of fire. She's got to stand over by the computer, like watching the computer to see just as soon as he's done with whatever he's doing.
She's gonna give like a annoyed sigh and just kind of flop on the edge of the bed. While she's flopping, she's gonna try and reach whichever hand they can't see into a pocket to pull out her phone and maybe just put it to where it's like voice activated or whatnot.
All right, let's see if you can do that without them noticing.
Yep, I'm assuming I'm gonna have a difficulty.
There's 3 people watching you, so let's say difficulty 3.
Fantastic. Would stay cool apply in this situation?
I can see that working.
Fantastic.
Good luck.
I'm
You
gonna
got
need
this.
it. All right, yeah, so anything I roll with the difficulty is going to be a fail, so.
Hands where we can see them.
Play Flappy Bird.
I just didn't want to sit on my phone weird. It's brand new.
Uh-huh. At about that time, your comm pings.
She looks at them. If I don't answer it, I mean, you can watch me answer it. You can look over my shoulder.
The 3 of them all look at each other. All right. Mallory's like, all right, pull it out where I can see it.
Pulls it out. It's a set,
And
isn't it?
she's like trying not to get too close to you, but trying to get where she can see it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a set asking if the card tournament started yet. She's been looking at the rules of poker. Seems very complex.
She's gonna just type in, nope, just hanging out with some friends right now. Little brother or big brother should be entering the tournament anytime, and I'll join up with him then. She's hoping and praying that the tiny Yandere AI
Edges on.
Yeah, it's not likely, but
All right, what was it you told her? What was your first response to her?
just hanging out with some new friends before the game. Once it starts, I'll go back down and find Big Brother to watch.
Oh, what new friends? You get a immediate ping. Ooh, what new friends are you hanging out with?
Take a picture.
She can take a picture without them seeing.
It's gonna be very hard to do with them all 3 watching.
Yeah. I just met him down on the buffet floor. Had some tech problems I helped him out with.
You didn't send me a picture of the buffet.
I'll send you one when I get down there in about 40 minutes.
Okay. Oh,
I'd love to send you.
Mallory's like, just tell her we're shy.
They really don't want to be taken pictures of. Something in their culture, they just don't like having pictures taken of them.
Weird. Oh wait, was that insensitive?
Yeah.
Mallory's like, is this your child?
Kind of. It's a young friend. She'll put, don't worry, just tell my big brother I'll be down there in a little bit. Just got tied up here.
Okay.
Puts the phone down, face down, and leans back on the bed, hoping that the tiny AI child catches on.
Uriah, your comm pings.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Question: did he get a copy of that? So I did say I was downloading that program.
Yeah, you
Whatever
got the
they were doing.
program they were using.
Okay. So looking at it, I know this is something to basically hack into the casino.
You know it is hacking software.
Okay.
That is pretty obvious to tell.
All right.
And then you get a ping. You know, you get a message from your comms.
Unknown number.
Unknowable
The
number.
name says a set,
He does know who Aset is because he did
Yeah.
see the text.
and the little icon next to it is like this little pink-haired anime girl.
Oh God.
You know, just the head doing this little number back. You know, like,
Oh my god.
had I not described what she looked like? What her icon looked like?
No.
Oh, I'm
No.
sorry.
Well, this is the first time you're messaging me instead of my sister. How may I help you?
Oh well, I was just talking to her. She said she'd be down in 40 minutes or so. She'd gotten a little tied up.
Were those her words exactly?
Yeah. And then she sends you a copy, you know, of the previous
The
conversation.
conversation.
Screen log. Just the whole conversation they've been having for like the past day and a half.
No, just the relevant portion. Just the relevant.
Ty's like been talking to Rabbit and Koke this whole time. She looks over. She hears the physical sigh from Uriah. It's like, you okay?
He
Too much?
He gets up and goes, "Give me a moment."
Okay.
Walks over to the man.
Charlie Wayne, the way Uriah talks, Charlie Wayne suddenly tenses up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sound. Of
Charlie Wayne senses a war crime.
That's the sound of some ass kicking about to start. Whose ass are we kicking and why?
Actually,
He takes his little hat off.
Because of the data plating, Charlie Wayne and whoever's around her, it's like, who wants to make sure Vika comes back in a piece?
Oh, and of course, Charlie Wayne goes, "Whose ass you're going to kick and why?" Actually, I don't need to know why. Just tell me who's.
Yeah.
He
know what,
rips
you
his
can fill me
sleeves
in
off the
afterwards.
tuxedo.
Uriah just walks over, mechanical hand on the man's shoulder.
Oh, yeah, can I help you?
Where is my sister?
Should be either up in the room with my wife or on her way back down. I mean, she got it working.
Where? I'm very much aware what kind of technology you have up there, and I am not afraid to use it against you. Where is she?
Give me a roll, see if you can intimidate him.
Uriah,
Famously
not
intimidating Uriah.
Yeah, I know. He's not at all. He has nothing in intimidation.
Where's my sister?
Yeah,
Aw.
Oh,
no. Nope.
My brother in Christ.
Yeah. My dice don't like me today. That's what it is.
Hey, look, okay. Hey,
It's
hey,
the
I'm sure everything's fine. If you want to go up and check, our room's on the 5th floor, room number 203.
Can I make a hack fix to brick his computer?
Well,
You could just
always
physically.
You could always just physically smash it. I mean, you're right there.
Oh no, he doesn't want to do anything that overt.
Ty is like,
He-
now
he
that he's
just-
been over there for a minute, Ty is stand up and
he
starts
just
walking.
he just wants to look at it, and it just basically bricks.
Can you interface with computers like that?
With his subjectivity sync, yes.
Okay, yes. I was thinking you had something that made that actually possible.
I
Well, it's
have that
specific.
as well.
Yeah, specifically because of his implants. Yes, he can.
Ty is making her way over to Uriah right now.
This guy is getting nervous because all these people, like Charlie Wayne, has Scooty just stared back. He set his hat down. He's loosening the tie. He's looking over in that direction.
There it is.
Has the
Sleeves have been
general
ripped off
distress
the-
signal
Yeah.
been sent out?
Yeah, basically Uriah hand-on just glances at the screen, hack fix, brick the system. I got a 24.
Yep.
And then looks back at the man again. You want to try that again?
Look, man, we don't want no trouble. We're not here to hurt anybody. Let me call her and see what is going on.
Leans in. No calling anyone. Tie in his ear.
I can't tell you what's
How
going on
threatening
or
is
where she
Ty?
is if I can't ask somebody.
Then we're going to your room, aren't we?
And you're going to lead us there.
The like two least intimidating people right now.
Yeah. Well, this Ty is basically like she has her hand hovering above his balls.
Oh,
Whoa! I'm a married
Okay.
man, lady. I am a married man.
Hey, it's the mechanical hand too. She's like, yeah. And do you need these?
That was not narrated. That needed to be narrated like 3
Yeah.
seconds ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she was slowly doing it, so that's why it was a little delayed.
Okay, look. He looks at your eye. Unbrick my system. Let me just leave it here doing its thing, and I will walk y'all to my room.
No, you're gonna walk us to your room.
Uriah will say, "I'll unbrick your system when my sister comes back down, or I get her."
Again, let me call my wife then, and I'll have her send her down, if she's not already on her way down.
Then I suppose you should do that, shouldn't you?
At this
Ty will
point,
step
Zeke is
back.
making herself the least hospitable captive and just singing show tunes.
Oh.
So you hear Mallory get a call. It's the husband asking, where's our new friend? Her brother is it. Well, actually, I don't even know that she initially. No, you said sister, so her brother, and the lady with matching arms with her brother, are very concerned about her where she's at. Could you send her down? Well, we had a slight complication. She may have noticed what the equipment was for. And basically, so I'm not sitting here talking to myself. They go back and forth. He's like basically, letting her know the system's been bricked at the moment. Vicky, you see Mallory kind of rubbing her head.
Still just singing show tunes. Maybe
How
a
much
little
can
louder.
we pay you to just pretend none of this has ever happened?
I mean, you're gonna get caught eventually. You're pretty piss poor if you can't hook up your own machines to talk to each other to steal from the casino. If you think you're gonna actually get away with stealing from the casino.
The actual tech guy could not make it.
And you decided just to go on without him and just not wait?
His program was supposed to work.
If you want to add in and you had someone else come in and fix it. I don't know.
Man, I
Sorry.
feel for your tech guy, man. He's probably bald and smoking at this point.
pulling all the weight for this operation.
It's the brains, the heart, the soul, and the spine of this operation.
What you really find out is he's just in Tijuana, just like low glass, just.
It's actually a 15-year-old kid that's just really good at this stuff.
Mhm.
Look, irregardless, how much can we just pay you for the inconvenience we've caused you and your silence?
I know Tiana had at some point mentioned the debt. Did she ever mention how much it was?
She probably would have later in confidence to the twins, like when no one else was around.
How much did she win on the jackpot?
About half of the amount she had left.
she'll mention the amount she won on the jackpot, which would be the other half of that debt.
She's like,
I really like to talk. And I mean, something like this.
By the show tunes.
Something like this. My buddies downstairs are going to be wanting all the juicy details, and I'm going to have to deny them that, and then they're going to be getting on me for the next week and a half. Middle of a mission, they're going to be like, but what were they doing? Why won't you tell us? And I'm going to have to come up with my own story. You know, and that takes creativity, and creativity is a skill that you master over a course of time. So you're paying me for that mastery of that skill, and my silence,
Oh my god.
and your incompetence.
I love you so much, Sarah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
And
that's my price, or I can just go down there, and I'm sure that the guys at the desk really love to hear stories, and this one would probably just entertain the hell out of them.
one of the gun guys is just like, geez, just pay her. Just
If you're gonna be robbing from the casino anyways, I mean, go big or go home. I'm sure you can
I don't
recover
know.
whatever you're paying me if the software actually works.
She walks over. She gets another personal tablet out. She comes over. And the way she pays you is basically they have sort of,
It's Bitcoin.
kind of, sort of, it's,
Mhm.
I was going to call them crypto accounts. It's like hidden
Yeah.
accounts that aren't actually tied to her specifically, but she gives you the
That's what-
credentials for accessing them.
Like a Swiss bank account.
You know, and you've got kind of something like that. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
And she knows enough hack fix people within the group. The entire rest of the group is actually trained to do this.
Yep. This
So
could
she
happen
makes
on
she
Shadow.
makes the
that. I think we
adjustment
all
so
are.
the proper amount is in one account, and then she basically gives you that account.
Best of luck in your endeavors.
You two, I hope the missions go smoothly.
Thank you. Gives a little nod. Looks at the other two gentlemen. Am I free to go?
And once you start getting up, then they put their guns away. One of them opens the door for you.
Does a little like jacket straighten, cracks the neck, walks out.
The guy at the door looks mildly impressed.
She said never. She said she would never say anything. If the other guys say anything, that's on them.
Dealing with the Fae.
She calls back down to her brother where the rest of y'all are and tells him, all right, she's on her way down.
Wait until I would personally wait until she is within eye
Mhm.
line.
Oh no, yeah, your eye is waiting until he sees Vika again on the
Just be
floor.
walking down, smug ass grin, little wave.
Was
Got
it
their
one-
computer fixed.
See,
Oh, yeah.
the guy's like, see, everything's fine. Can I have my system back?
Uriah just pats her like, "What are you talking about? You never lost it," and then walks away.
He looks down, clicks the home button. He comes back.
Flips the screen back around 90 degrees.
Yep.
And this guy, he's sweating. Oh, sweet Jesus.
It's like, yeah, I made a deal where I cannot speak of anything that happened in that room.
Oh no, it's fine.
And I will never speak of anything that happened in that room.
Uriah,
Significant looks to the other two. I'm gonna go get
yeah.
some dessert.
I'll go with you.
I would say as they pass Uriah just goes, "Oh no, it's fine. I just copied their entire hacking software." As he pings that to Vika and Ty's little comm thing.
I just shakes her head as she's walking with Vika.
We're gonna Ocean's 11 this.
Ocean's 11, the Ocean's 11 people.
It's a reverse heist.
You're going to let them do all the stealing, and then you're going to steal from them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thus, you stole nothing from the casino.
Exactly.
And I'm sure the casino and all their leg breakers will be perfectly understanding of this technicality.
We've turned over the criminals. We don't know what happened to the money.
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh, You could be like, I, emphasis on the I as she's like walking with Tiana and Uriah. I promised I would never talk, but
Mm,
I know you two like to chatter.
me? Chatter? What are you talking about?
All right, my day's better. I feel better now.
It's like, do as you will. I'm gonna go get some ice cream. Hands tie the credentials to an account, as well as the chip or whatever she would have gotten for her jackpot. Buy yourself
She's
something
going-
nice.
Why?
I'm gonna go get some ice cream. They got strawberry.
Let's say Uriah pat Tyler's shoulder and is like,
Standing there dumbfounded.
"You're the third sibling. We take care of our own."
You're being adopted. Do not resist.
She's just staring at both of these things like, what?
He's just still walking. The ice cream and calls.
Uriah
At this
hand,
point,
hand on
like,
Ty's back,
guiding
just
her.
pushing
Yeah.
her along. Yeah,
Long.
yeah, pretty much.
Charlie Wayne looks
Yeah.
a little disappointed. He's putting his hat back on. He's
Eh,
tightening his
all
tie
right.
back up.
Go, you go
Um,
back to playing slots, buddy.
No, that's the thing is Uriah will. You know what? Yeah, he will send Charlie Wayne a message
Charlie Wayne looks down it.
with the file of that software and say, "Well, my sister promised not to say anything, but if you want to report them to the casino, that's on you and your team."
I'm sure they would be very
know what he's
grateful.
looking at.
Charlie Wayne gets very thoughtful. It's not a good or fair thing these people are doing. It's a casino, but I've lost a lot of money here.
Oh
Maybe
no!
maybe
He gave it to
maybe
the
casino
chaotic
deserves a
neutral.
bad day.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
that is exactly why he gave it to Charlie Wayne.
Because then it's like, oh, but if I turn this in, they'll give me a reward.
Mhm.
We're hoping Charlie will make the right decision.
Yeah.
The
Or
old
Charlie-
gerbil, the
I'll say,
old
or Charlie
gerbil
gets in trouble.
prodded.
Either way, Uriah does not have the software at all.
And once they're in a safe location, Ty will immediately cash in and send both things to the debt collectors.
Dobby is free.
Patrick, what was you were
gave
saying?
him a sock. No, just Charlie Wayne. You could actually see the hamster start being prodded forward.
Yep. I will say also as a note, so Uriah basically took everything that he had with the system that he got from the hack thing. All of it just got given to Charlie Wayne, and any fingerprint he had on it got scrubbed.
it's
so
not
it is
connected
no
to
longer.
you anyway.
Until Charlie says, "Well, this guy over here gave it
Well,
to
this
me."
buddy of mine got this from
Yeah.
So anyway, when y'all get up, several of the mad dogs. Well, some of y'all were getting food. But Smokes gets up, catches Uriah's eye, and kind of taps on his wrist, even though nobody wears watches anymore. But it's still a gesture.
Universal signals.
Uriah
About
just
time to get signed up for the tournament or check
He holds
check in.
he holds up a cookie and like goes 1 minute, grabs a second one in each hand. Gotta have a balanced diet.
That's not how that works. You know that, right?
Not at all how that works.
What are you talking about? I got one in each hand. It's perfectly balanced.
Don't
Oh,
worry,
God.
I make sure he eats his vegetables. It has done him no good as far as growth, but I make sure.
Yeah, well, you got all the potential in the family.
Yeah, but you're the promise. Go play some poker.
Yeah, fine.
All right. So Uriah and Smokes heads to the poker.
Yep.
And like I said, there are places that you can sit and kind of lounge around and watch the games on monitors, or you can kind of stand around the actual little room, looking through the two-way mirrors.
Yeah.
the room is essentially like a Faraday cage, so nobody standing outside can be in communication with the people inside.
Mhm.
You know, modern
But-
problems
but-
demand modern solutions, sort of thing.
But
Yeah,
I
that's
assume the
fair.
people that are watching can still like access the internet or secure or whatever.
Right. If you're watching from
Just-
outside,
yeah.
you can do whatever.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's so
That's
like you can't
probably
have
when
somebody.
Ty's sending.
Yeah, I think it's so like someone on the outside isn't like being able to see like someone's cards and then sending it to someone like on the table. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Any of y'all still eating? Charlie Wayne wanders off, and just a little while later, security guys just cover the husband with the tablet.
Vika would be watching that, and if she sees Charlie walking back, she just kind of gives him a thumbs up.
He plops down next to y'all. So,
How much you get?
well, that depends on what they find out these guys are doing. I didn't hand them that software over. I didn't have a good explanation for how they got it. I just mentioned that, hey, one of my buddies walked by and recognized it was some kind of hacking software this guy was using.
Pretty smart.
I'm
I
sure
have my
Uriah
moments.
would love to have. I'm sure Uriah would love to have that back, though.
Hey, and for a small but noticeable fee,
Sure, if Uriah ever felt like making hacking software, he would have made it by now.
That's true. Ty's inner phone just sending things to the correct people.
Diva, though, is like, hey, Charlie, send me that stuff.
He was like, I'm gonna bankrupt this place. He's like, I don't have that moral compass to worry about.
And that
She's
is
like,
how
"What?
you
No,
tie.
you don't screw with casinos. You know the kind of people who run these places? Mm-mm. I'm just curious. I'm just curious as to
Ty,
what another professional is
sorry,
going
good. Ty just leans over. It's like, no using it against us. Cool.
Oh, no. Your team union.
I'll say that this is how you tie the Mad Dogs closer to us
Shared guilt.
and profits.
Shared guild for fun and profits.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, so y'all are heading off to the tournament,
Yeah.
and that's going to be where we wrap. So
Yeah.
next week,
Oh,
we
it
will-
is 9:30.
Yeah.
So
it is.
next week we will start up with the tournament, and then we'll go into y'all's beach day.
Hopefully the tournament doesn't end like
Ocean's 11.
no, I was thinking more the Casino Royale.
That's fair.
Oh no, it'll be fine. Uriah has having to sneak out to the car to give himself a defibrillator. Yeah.
What happened? It just turned into John Wick. I'm not even sure how.
I mean, he is technically armed.
Well, he's half disarmed.
I mean, true, but that metal arm also does have a blade in it. So he is technically armed.
All
I
right,
can
well,
start making modifications to hers.
I hope y'all had fun tonight. I had fun running.
Mm-hmm. That was a lot of fun.
Hopefully, anybody comes by and watches us later enjoyed it. Hopefully, you'll show up next week. Again, I was your storyteller for the evening, Jason, and with me has been Rappy as Melody, Jeremy as Cortev, Eric as Uriah, Sarah as Vika, and Cara as Tiana.
And I'm
Now
still
free
here.
of all debt. Oh yes, and I forgot about Patrick as
Patrick is free.
Patrick, you don't have video. That's why you're forgotten. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
We still love and appreciate you, though.
Yeah.
You're here in
Yes.
spirit.
You were here in spirit.
And anyway, we will see y'all next time.
Good night, everybody.
Bye bye.